Bam! What's going on, y'all? Good morning, good morning. Cheers, everybody. I got to be honest, I just realized I play the outro video for the intro. You guys also might be noticing different angle, right? I'm like all up in your face. So for those of you that have watched streams in the past, cousin Gina, my co-host on most of the streams that we do, was like, hey, Mike, you need to get a desk. We got to up the setup. I got a nice new microphone. Well, I've always had this microphone, actually. I just never really used it. So we got a nice mic setup. So the sound should be good. Let me know in the chat, y'all, if the sound is off, if anything doesn't sound good, what your thoughts are on it. Either way, cheers. And we're going to be getting into it. So fun fact, I'm going to be streaming to you guys multiple times today and tomorrow. I kind of like changing my schedule because I'm going to be flying out to Vegas this Wednesday, which is the 16th, I believe. Yep, March 16th. So I wanted to try and get on here and get as much streaming content for you guys as I could leading up to that. So you're going to be seeing a little bit more of my face here in the coming days. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you have any requests, let me know. I'll be back. I'm probably going to stream right after this, honestly, around 2 o'clock Eastern time. I'm going to be doing another giveaway. We got our Bedshore stream tonight, Gina and myself. Shout out to Bedshore. We're doing a giveaway with that. And we just got lots of fun, y'all. I deem it as fun. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about it as well. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of give it a minute here. Let some people roll on in, come hang out with us. And let me know. Let me know what you guys think of the setup here as I kind of go through things. I'm still going to – this is like I literally just set this up yesterday, so I'm going to progressively – just kind of like level it up, get a better kind of phone holder over here, get my tripod set up, maybe play with the camera angles. We got all types of fun stuff. I've even got some of the audio things off to the side that I have in the carousel that I'm going to be playing with and seeing which one sounds the best, looks the best, all that kind of fun stuff. So let me know what you guys think. But most of what we're going to be talking about today is actually related to our workouts, right? That's pretty much what I love to talk about. I'm also I'm excited because on this channel, Gina inspired me and her husband, Josh, inspired me to start kind of streaming some gaming stuff. So I'm going to be doing some Oculus gaming. I'm going to be doing some Xbox, maybe some Call of Duty. I'm going to try and figure out how that setup's going to go. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But what I have highlighted right now is we're looking at the Kufandi fitness shorts. And I want to go through like some of the workout apparel, some of the workout equipment, some of the new stuff I have to put some different kind of takes and perspective on it. And yeah, y'all, we'll kind of get right into it. Now I got a couple people here hanging out with us. If you guys want to, feel free to say hey in the chat. Always love hearing from you guys. I'm actually going to drop a couple more messages here while I'm doing it really quickly. Boom. And again, we're going to be doing our giveaway as always. So we have a $1,500. We've upped the ante to $1,500 for the giveaway. Again, just trying to add value for you guys. But here's the key. The key is you guys got to make sure that you show up for the first month. Actually, I got to update some of the messages here. It says still $1,000. We got to put 1.5. All right. How's everybody doing, by the way? How's everybody's weekend? How's the day going? How's all that good stuff? I love to hear from you guys. Let me know what's going down. Also, I know there's going to be some in-link coupons on this because I checked them ahead of time. So make sure you're checking the in-link coupons. Plus, we have an additional 10% off for some joggers that I have in the carousel as well, which we'll talk about in a little bit here. But having that knocked out, we got the messages dropped in there. I'm going to share with you guys some of the videos, B-roll that I have because I want to play with some of that as well and hear how the audio sounds. So let me know what you guys think of this part of it. Bam. Let's open this bad boy up. Let's check it out, y'all. So I'm pretty pumped about the shorts. Got them on now. What I will say, just as a cross comparison, I've had both the shorts by this brand that have the compression layer underneath, as well as these that don't have the compression layer underneath. I'll be honest, I always lean in favor of compression underneath, but depending on what you're looking for, if that's important to you or not, that's a variable to consider. But other than that, these are really solid, good material. I worked out in them earlier. They fit comfortably. One thing I will highlight, though, is just for like phone reference. Like this is the only thing I will give them. I still think they're great, but I'll give them a slight like knock on. Is you can fit your phone in here, but to me, I kind of have to like
navigate it in a little bit. The cool thing I like about these though, because of that though, is they have the zipper component of it. So if your phone's kind of a little bit bigger, like I got the iPhone 12, whatever kind of option, I don't even know, or just a bigger phone in general, that's something to consider. But you can zipper up your pants, which is pretty solid, so you don't have to worry again about your phone, your keys, or whatever falling out of your pocket, whether it's in the middle of a workout, you're running, hiking, things like that. So these are great, again, athletic and active branded shorts. And now the true test is going to be throwing them into multiple washes, which I'll come back and I'll kind of update you guys with as I do that to see if any fraying or anything like that kicks in. But so far, it's been really solid.
So as you can kind of hear, I always do lean towards the compression, which we'll dig into next, but we're going to look at two different types of compression. We're going to look at just the compression pants themselves for a pair of cycling pants that I have, which I'll dig into. You guys will hear my thoughts on that. And then we'll look at the compression layer underneath of a pair of regular shorts or the 2-in-1 athletic shorts and kind of some of the differences that go along with that as well. But I'm a big fan, and I have washed them since. There hasn't been any fraying for those shorts. So that was a really big plus for me, and I definitely am a big fan of those. So giving them a thumbs up. If you guys have questions, you want to hear different perspectives, the only thing I'll say is that to me, these are things that I would necessarily lounge in. I like my shorts that I like lounge in, be like basketball shorts almost, that go a little bit longer, go down further on my leg. But that's just like more of like a personal feel preference kind of deal. Nothing to do with anything beyond that.
All right, so in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Ryon men's cycling pants. Again, the benefits to these go from comfort with the cushioning component as well as with the compression, the positive impact it can have on blood flow as well as circulation. And there's so many other cool things I'm going to dig into here. But first, let's look at how these bad boys look and feel and fit. So I wanted to show you guys that. You can see the cushion part that I'm just going to highlight right here, where it sits and how it rests on the bike. I think for you guys out there that have cycled before, you know why that's going to be important and helpful. And look at the range of motion this has, the comfort to it. This is going to be key. Again, for the cycling motion, I was able to take them out for a ride on the bike after this, as well as be able to get into a workout afterwards to test them out.
And bam. So that was actually a fun one, honestly, with you guys, is using them for, I not only have used them for the cycling outdoors, right? And you guys have heard me talk about this in the past, but also using it on the Rogue Echo bike that I have indoors. I've actually worn it on the Echo bike indoors, even without going outside and not dealing necessarily with the elements. And the benefit to me is still that padding and the cushion. And then I literally went right into a lower body workout. The compression was great from a support perspective, and I really, really enjoyed that aspect of it. So now let's kind of look at the 2-in-1 shorts with the compression layer underneath, because that's another piece that, honestly, these, if I had to pick, these would probably be my go-to, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. Which I always try to be as much as I can, or as much as it's relevant here.
So again, for the shorts, I've been like kind of putting these to the test. I actually did a workout prior to this, and I have them on right now because I wanted to show you guys from a like function perspective and a fit, but also just give you my thoughts on. We'll lock on the camera here, so they'll move with me. So the cool thing I want to show you guys right off the bat is the compression pants and this little sleeve that comes with it. This is what I knew. I got caught on something. So the the kind of pocket here, which is really cool underneath the compression, as well as the pockets that you have here on the sides. Got the little back pocket here, which I think is, again, really cool. Like, this is my 2 cents. So I'm looking for shorts. I'm looking for 2 different types. I'm using them for like during workouts, which I did earlier. And I wouldn't actually wear these as much in jiu-jitsu, only because of the pockets. You know, even though it's not a huge deal, and this one even has a zipper. So I wouldn't wear these for like grappling, just because you don't want to have like zippers and stuff on people's faces or bodies or anything like that and get scraped and cut up. But great for like yoga, training, hiking, fitness type stuff. And the fit's really good. The compression underneath, I love having that compression underneath and that fit, and being able to have this cool little pocket that you can kind of dig into there as well. I haven't thrown these in the wash yet, so I'm going to kind of let you guys know on that. And with that being said, what I also wanted to do is I'm going to actually demonstrate the battle ropes here as well that I got, because again, I was doing a workout with these this morning, and I wanted to just show you guys a little bit of the options. Now, what I will say with these battle ropes is the cool thing about them is.
So that was kind of a combo video where I was going over not only the men's 2-in-1 shorts, but also the battle rope. So we're not going to dig too far into that. Unless you guys want to hear about that, I can always add it on another stream. Also, let me know, guys, if you guys are listening on this, what do you think about the audio? Because I actually have my microphone right over here. I could dial it up, play with the intensity, but let's actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play audio on my own on the stream itself so I can hear it. Let's see how this is going to sound. It's actually just delayed a little bit, so I'm probably going to give it a second here. In the meantime, though, let's go into, again, another dynamic of the workout itself. Probably, to me, the most important part is the actual equipment we're going to use during the workout, which is going to be, we'll start with our adjustable dumbbells. But actually, before we go into the adjustable dumbbells, check this out, y'all. Even though it's daytime right now, I realize it's a little, I mean, it's actually sunny out, but it's not as bright in here as I would like. And hold on, let me listen to the audio. Okay, the audio, I'm listening on here, and it actually sounds all right, but I'm curious what you guys think. I'm going to open up my Govee lights, and I have them right here, adhered onto the wall, so check out the difference in light. I might not actually keep it on my, regular white light. It might be too bright, so I might play with the colors here. We'll see what goes down. But this is a perfect example of, I love this for workouts themselves because you can actually sync this up. And I'm going to play a little bit of background music. Oh, I got to reconnect. Oh, tell me I didn't plug everything in. I just realized as I moved my desk yesterday, I didn't even plug in my Govee lights. So nothing is connected right now, which is why it's not coming up. But what you can see, there's a really cool dynamic. This is going to be a little bit blurry. But you can have a Bluetooth sync up on your phone, download the app absolutely for free, and you can actually control the lights from really anywhere in the house, even outside of the house. If you forget, I'm not 100%. I haven't pushed the limits as far as how far it will sync, but I've definitely been able to control them from anywhere in my house, which is, it's just a cool, to me, fun component. So we're going to slightly shift gears, but I just wanted to highlight the Govee lights because to me that is a kind of fun, essential piece to a workout. But now let's get into the Smooth Sat scooter, which is like another kind of, I think, unique perspective on fitness and being able to get outside, being able to change it up from what your traditional kind of approach would be. Because that's like a big one, guys, is being able to do things that are sustainable and enjoyable. If you don't love weight training, don't force yourself to weight train all the time. Now, it doesn't mean completely ignore weight training. There's a value to be had in resistance training. There's a value to be had in almost every type of training, even aerobic training. Like I know a lot of even like bodybuilders and stuff, or people that, let's say, oh, well, I'm not, running races or doing anything like aerobically focused. I don't really need to work on my aerobic system, but just cardiovascular health, the health of your heart and the supporting tissue and systems is very important for an overall quality of life. So if you don't care about how your quality of life is, maybe then don't do it. But even then, I can argue time and time again for so many different reasons to do it. Just trust me on this one. Find something that's enjoyable to you. And like being on the scooter could be one of those things. So now let me see if I actually, because I downloaded this, but I saved it in a different file and I don't think I formatted it the right way where the computer's going to actually upload it. Let's see, y'all. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, there's like still so many videos that aren't formatted properly. So yeah, we're gonna have to reformat a lot of this stuff. So I won't be able to get into all of it, but be able to get into most of it. And then I'll just like show you guys some of the cool stuff in between. It'll still be fun. Still going to be a fun time, y'all. That's the game plan. All right. With that being said, so we're going to kind of keep it moving forward. We're going to dig into a few more, again, around the fitness space and around this idea. But one thing I want to highlight with the scooter is, again, it's from ages 8 and up. I actually have to edit on one of my videos. It said, I think, up to 264 pounds. This one goes up to 220 pounds, which is still a really good range, but it's just something to be mindful of. Again, 8-inch wheels. It's collapsible. You can adjust the height on it. So obviously, if multiple people, like both my kids want to use it, but Lena and Tess are 2 different heights as a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. So we have the ease and the ability to just change that super quickly, which to me is a very valuable component. But we're going to get into the adjustable component of things. So we're going to look at the adjustable dumbbells and look at the adjustable bench, because having, to me, I always say go adjustable when you have the option versus being able to just do flat bench, incline bench, decline bench, or different sets of dumbbells. The downside to dumbbells when you go adjustable is you can't slam them and throw them around. I've had a client buy a set that I've actually manufactured, or we've had a team manufacture for us overseas, and it broke because they threw them on the ground. I was like, well, yeah, definitely don't throw them. So they're not meant for that, but in every aspect, to me, they're a way better option in a variety of ways. So let's play this, and then let me know if you guys have questions on it.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Flybird adjustable dumbbells. Let's dig on into them. So these are really cool because of, again, the adjustable style, and the handle right here I really love compared to some other adjustable dumbbells I've tried in the past. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of the dimension look. And the cool thing is, again, you're going to see me right here, turn the handle, and that's how you select the weight you want. It slides right out, you drop it back in, you turn the handle, and you get the next one. It's a really cool feature compared to, again, some of the other styles that I've seen, and being able to go all the way from 11 pounds up to 55 pounds within seconds is an amazing, both cost-effective feature, in my opinion, as well as a space-effective feature where you don't need multiple sets. And again, I wanted to highlight that here just by going through how easily you can do your reps, superset it, drop the weight in, change it, and then go up or down in weight, which is, again, for me as a trainer, as a coach, as a fitness professional, an amazing option, especially from a home gym perspective. I also wanted to highlight for you guys the actual locking mechanism. These buttons I'm pointing at right now are what actually will release the weight, and these nodules here in the set are what's going to do it. So the only time you can change the weight is when it's actually in the mold. So this way you have a nice, safe grip. You don't have to worry about it when it's out of the mold.
Bam. All right, yo. So again, I'm just kind of like looking at chat, checking on some notes here. Again, if you guys have questions on all this stuff, hit me in that chat, y'all. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hang out. Like, I'm down to just talk. Oh, what's going on, AJ? I see you, homie. Thanks for dropping by, saying what's up on YouTube. I see you. What's up? What's up? And guys, yeah, even if you just want to say, hey, say what's up. Cool thing is, if you guys are watching on any of the other platforms, hop on over to Amazon and you can get into our $1,500 fitness giveaway. We're going to be doing it at the end of the stream. So AJ, if you have Amazon, hop on over. And if not, you could always just hop on over either way. And you can get in for our giveaway for $1,500 fitness package, which I'm biased, obviously, but I can't stress how important that is. I want to share this goal with you publicly because I like sharing things publicly for like accountability reasons. Is I set out a goal in our and just for myself and for my team, we want to impact 25,000 lives from now until September 29th, 2023, which is my next birthday. Well, technically 2 birthdays from now. And we're currently at just over 35. We're about like almost 4,000 clients or people's lives impacted with what we do, whether they're paid clients or not. I want to it's probably even more, but I'm just like not including some of the other people that we could probably go through. So I'm saying all this to say, like, guys, like, I want to add value for you guys. I want to be able to have an impact. I want to be able to, like, ultimately, as cheesy as it sounds, change the world. And I need you guys to let me know, what do you need from me and my team to be able to do that? We'll start doing different giveaways, start adding more value for you guys, whether you can afford packages or even not. That's what we have giveaways for. We want to provide free resources. We want to provide, obviously, paid services and programs because it is still a business, but I want to add value for you guys at the end of the day. So anyways, with that being said, that's my spiel. Let's get into, now we'll look at the adjustable bench, which again, you heard me talk about the adjustable dumbbell. So you're going to know where I stand on the bench, but I figured I'm going to share it with you guys either way, and here's some more.
So the cool thing about having the adjustable bench, and I again, like you'll even see, I have another brand over here. I've got the Flybird adjustable. Let's actually get the motion tracking on here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to walk on over. So I'm really fortunate I get to try a bunch of stuff. As a health professional, this is what I do. One of the things, even compared from other styles, is the stability and the locking mechanism in this bench. So there's a little spring-loaded locking mechanism. So when you slide it, it'll lock into place, and you won't be able to move it until you pull that pin out. And this is even just as a cross comparison to this style. It just kind of drops into place. So I can like easily move it, which I guess has its own pros and cons. I prefer the style that the Flybird has just from a stability standpoint. I don't want to have to worry about, like, oh, if I moved it, it's going to pop out of place. Also, being able to look at adjustable versus a flat bench, this one also goes decline as well. So whether you're working on your decline pressing movements, you're working on sit-up variations, just adds a little bit more range of motion. They also did send me a just straight flat bench by Flybird. We'll dig into that in a later one. But I've been able to use this. I like the widened seat area as well for a little bit more support. And the adjustable, so this is what's kind of cool. with this one, it has an adjustable feature where the position where you would lock your feet into, you can actually kind of adjust it and fold it up for some efficiency there. And you can move it to where it's going to best suit your legs and your body type, which again, I think is really cool instead of it being in kind of a fixed position. So those are the big ones that I kind of took away from it that I was really excited about, as well as being able to just now open up. If you haven't had a bench before this, you can literally just do a workout with your bench and get a killer upper body and lower body workout, which I'll even, if you guys are interested, let me know. I'll make an entire kind of workout series for that. But with that being said, to recap it, I actually really like it so far. I've only had it a few days now, and I just set it up this weekend. So I'll continue to update you guys with more.
So that's a little bit of a preview when I first got it. And you could also probably notice the gym has changed. My layout has changed. I don't even know how many hours I've put on that bench now since I've made that video. So the thing I'll just say is I really have nothing negative to say about it. The only thing I will say to double down is just the value of the adjustable bench and how versatile it is, how sturdy it is, and how much I'm actually using it. I use it every single week. Well, if not every single day. Some days I actually don't. Like we did a workout this past Saturday on the Lifestyle of Fitness Amazon channel that you guys can give a follow on as well if you want to. No worries if not. I can always drop the link in the chat. But that is one, like I didn't use it. We could have integrated for different reasons, but I think it's, again, the most valuable way to go for space efficiency and cost effectiveness. Unless, again, you have an unlimited budget or you have like an unlimited space. Different conversation. Even then, I still recommend people to get the adjustable bench. So now we're going to go into another piece of the fitness component side of things, which is, I'm just going to take one side of my ears off so I can hear, because I just heard my wife leave. So that means, there we go. We got another package.
Okay.
Oh, we got more stuff in, y'all. We got more stuff for the home gym. I'm very excited. How do you know it's that? Did you open it?
It says something about filling it up with water.
That, but I already have one, so it has to be something else.
Oh.
Maybe not. I don't know. We got another heavy bag in,
Sign
y'all.
for it. Yeah.
I'm excited. So we've got the Durillo Smartwatch highlighter right now. I actually have it on right now. This is one it's down to the last, like 10%? Let's see. This thing, it's at 18%. This thing I've had since I've been back from Vegas. So when did I come back from Vegas? I came back Tuesday night. So it's been pretty much 6 days I haven't charged it, and it's going on the same charge. So that's just to give you guys a reference point on, I have this on every single day. I use it for all my workouts. I track everything. It's lasted me 6 days, which to me is very impressive. At least from a battery perspective and all that fun stuff. Let me know what you guys think as far as questions. I'm just going to share some of the data points that I like. But I haven't gotten a lot of steps. I've only got 1,300 steps in today, so I got to get moving on that front. Resting heart rate was 40 beats per minute, which is like spot on for my average. I got it's showing 6 hours and 18 minutes, but it's off by an hour because of the time differential. And I think I had it off for like an hour or so. So I really got like 7 hours and 30 minutes. And that's another thing. I like using this to collect data, looking at my sleep, what's my average sleep, because I set goals around that. So I want to make sure I can track those things. What's my steps like? What's my resting heart rate variability? How many calories am I burning during the workout? How long am I working out? How long am I active? How many steps am I getting in? It can measure like your pulse ox levels, so your oxygen saturation in your blood. It can check your stress levels, which is interesting. And then it has some apps in for breathing in there, so it can help you just to be mindful and breathe if you are a little bit too stressed out or you're above normal as far as the stress level. So there's a lot of really cool variables and value to it. So I'm going to kind of go through to see if there's anything else I missed on the kind of like, ooh, yeah, we'll get into some of the other active fitness apparel pieces. We'll get into some of the recovery stuff, some of the audio. Like I have my earbuds in here that I always like to wear for workouts. Not as much as home nowadays. I will still wear them at home, especially when the girls are napping, like my daughter's napping right now. So I would wear them in if I was going to get a workout in, but also just having them as a resource and tool, especially when I have to take care of business calls while working out, which sometimes happens. Sometimes you got to take care of business, you know? Today's one of those days, I'm hammering through the whole day. So with that being said, though, let's look at the Sauna Suit kind of breakdown. Oh, did I not download the video? I might have to go over this one with you guys. I don't think I actually downloaded video. Hold on one more second. Let's see what we got now. Also, I wonder, you guys have any assumptions around sauna suits or anything like that you guys want me to cover? Because I'm always curious, like, what are your perceptions around like sauna suits or things around that nature. Also, let me know if this is kind of, if I'm lagging for you guys, because on my end it lags, but it always does that. Am I laggy? Like it always does, because I have like 7 different windows open, so it tends to lead to lagginess. So I always want to like see if you guys see that. But let's start with, again, so I have the Sauna Suit highlighted. This is the just the upper body piece, long sleeve. I actually wore it for a workout this weekend for Saturday. Here's why I wore it. I didn't wear it to actually like sweat and do kind of like a weight cut. I wore it because it was actually really cold in the garage. I even had my heat on, but it wasn't kicking in enough. And I do like them because it can increase body temperature relatively quickly, and it's not very puffy. It's not bulky. It doesn't get in the way. So there's an added benefit. You can throw that on for a workout, raise your body temperature relatively quickly, and get warm. One of the other things I talked to my business partner, Chuck, about on one of our streams is you can also wear it on an active recovery day. Like yesterday, wear it, go for a little mobility session, do some yoga, do some stretching, go for a walk, and it'll naturally increase your body temperature, because using the sauna is of value and can help as long as you're replenishing the fluids. But I'm not a huge fan of wearing sauna suits during hard workout sessions, because it's gonna make you sweat that much harder, sweat that much faster, and you're gonna have to play catch up with fluid loss. So what I mean by that is you're sweating out weight and you have to replenish what you're losing. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt your workout. Like genuinely, when you lose as little as 1% fluid, so for me, I'm 210 pounds. Now I'm a little bit under that. Let's just say 210 for easy math. So if I lose like 2 pounds during an hour, which I'm doing that like right now, just from like naturally sweating and stuff, my body is going to start to feel a negative impact on brain function. And after 3%, it starts to go to like physical performance. So that's why I also have not only my coffee and my almond milk, but I also have water here that I'm constantly hydrating with to replenish what I'm losing. So let's kind of segue that into also by BVVU, the waist trainer. So the waist trainer to me falls in, again, a very similar category to the Sauna Suit, but there is some different value potentially with the waist trainer. To me, where I could see, there's a lot of bro science around. Like you're not going to get a 6-pack, fun fact, with the waist trainer. That's not what it's there for. It's not like magically pulling out fat and burning fat around your midsection. Don't let any kind of marketing lead you to believe that. At least nothing that I've seen scientifically or from what I know about physiology is going to verify that, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Check if there's like research, I'd love to look at it and read it. But on the other side, it can help you sweat. So for sure, like same thing with the sauna suit. If you want to raise your body temperature, that can help. You have to be mindful again as you sweat. You have to replenish the fluids. The other thing is it can be a physical cue for engaging your core muscles. If you feel it and you're like, oh yeah, it reminds me to have good posture. Hey, great. There's value in that. The downside to me when it comes to that is, let's say you start to rely on the support that the waist trainer gives you versus actually using your core, your abs, your back. That's actually, it's going to weaken and hurt your body. So there's like another thing to be mindful of, though. That's the only thing I wanted to highlight. So with that being said, we're actually going to go into the jogger pants that I have here. Now, this is another one. I shot some B-roll for these. Let me see if... Yeah, it's not going to be the right file to share with you guys. So I'm just going to kind of run through my experience. 2 things here. One, we have a 10% off coupon you guys can claim right now. You're going to see it right here below. Also, they have on the other pair, they have another 9% off. So technically you get up to 19% off on these bad boys. Let's just check something here in one of the chats. That bang, boom. All right. So here's my thoughts on this too. Even it says like women's joggers, like I wear these. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like I wear them. So I see value in like kind of having them as unisex. Like you could do whatever you want, but just that's my 2 cents. All right. Now you can wear these, like, again, joggers, great for jogging, running. But you know what I like to wear them for, actually? I like, this is going to sound weird. I either like really, really solid compression, either like the long pants that I highlighted before or compression shorts for when I'm doing squats and leg day. So I don't actually wear joggers as much for leg day, believe it or not. I like to wear these for when I'm just kind of like going through mobility, almost like the reason I wear a sauna suit, something layered and something that's not too thick and gets in the way. So it's not bulky, but it helps keep me a little warm. So I like it for that. And I like to be able to have it, honestly, even just around the house, being comfy, or if I'm going to coach and I want to keep my body temperature up, or like traveling. Like I was flying back from Vegas last week and the person next to me was wearing like the same pair of joggers that I was wearing. I thought it was funny. I was like, good look, man. I like that style. So yeah, that's just like my 2 cents on that piece of it. Let's look at, hold on. Let's see if I have anything else. Ooh, you know what I did want to share with you guys? The Syncom massage gun. This starts to get into the soft tissue side of things, both for warming up as well as recovery for a workout. But this is very valuable that like, dude, don't sleep on this. I can't tell you. I sleep on it at times where like, I don't want to prioritize it. I make myself prioritize it, guys. I know how valuable it is, but like, don't sleep on the warm up and the cool down of your workouts.
So in this video, we're going to be talking about the Syncom massage gun. As you can see, it's a portable handheld massage gun. Has 5 different settings. It has the switch right here underneath. You're going to turn that on, and then you can use, you'll see the light will light up, and then you can use the button on the back to cycle between settings 1 through 5, increasing in intensity throughout each individual one. Now, my favorite part to the massage gun is not only the portability and the function, but the different attachment heads that it comes with. You have 6 different attachment heads. You can see me, I'll even easily just swap out, turn and pull, and then you can just easily swap it out for another one. So you can have a wide variety of different muscles to hit and different intensities, so you can customize it to what you want and the comfort that you desire.
I am. So having, again, that adjustability, having the different options there, having the different heads to be able to swap out. And it comes, again, with the instructional side of things. So you don't have to like play guessing games like, oh, I guess this feels good. This is probably right. No, it'll tell you use this particular massage head for this particular muscle group or area. The only thing I will say is, you know, understanding and like do your research here, guys, like as much as you can. And if you guys have questions, if you end up getting this, like ask me. Like I have, like I'm happy to make like more resources, even free PDFs and stuff like that. If you guys have questions on that, that's what I'm talking about. If I know that you guys end up buying massage guns and finding value in it, but want more insight, I'll make YouTube videos, I'll make content, I'll live stream, I'll even do whole sessions on how to use it. Like I could do a 30-minute session just on using the massage gun and some of the soft tissue tools that go around for warming up and recovering. But let me know. I was having a talk with some of my fighters this past weekend and with one of the owners of the gym, and kind of talking about like how most people don't fully take advantage of the things they have resources for. Like think about just your phone. You have a supercomputer in your hand. You can get information to anything. You have people like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Or like you could find out. And I know it's hard sometimes to know like, what do you trust? Where's the information you can rely on? Hopefully if you're consuming this content, you like either have some trust to what I'm saying or an interest in what I'm saying. So feel free to ask, hit me in the chat, reach out on our social media platforms, whatever that looks like, even the website, but I'm happy to create value and give you guys what you want to see as far as that goes. So what we're going to dig into is actually our Suspender earbuds a little bit. Even though I have them right here, I'm going to play you guys a little bit of a B-roll to break this down. And this is a big one for me for the workouts themselves, because I find having the right music, having the right lighting, having the right like environment goes a long way for getting the most out of your workout. That's just me personally.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Suspender wireless earbuds. And the cool thing about this is the portability. As you can see, also the charging cable that it comes with. You have those lights in front so you can see if it's charging, which adds up to 30 hours of charge time. And a single use is 5 hours for these earbuds. Super streamless, comfortable, easy fit. And again, the ability to have 5 hours for one charge, which you can see when they're plugged in properly, it'll light up differently. Now let's check out how they look and feel. So here you can see I'm going to be pulling them out to put them in. Unfortunately, because I have cauliflower ear, I can only fit them in my left ear. So for all my wrestlers and grapplers out there, be mindful of how it fits. But wore that left ear, super comfy and great sound.
Bam, y'all. So that's like, sometimes I'm like, why do I even highlight that component? Like, so if you're a wrestler, like I like, you know about cauliflower ear, you've probably had an experience with it not fitting in your ear properly. So I think maybe it's a little silly for me to highlight that. I'm just so used to doing it. And in case maybe you've newly experienced cauliflower ear, I figured I'd at least try to give you a heads up. Maybe it's the best way I could put that. So that's just my 2 cents on that piece of it. So let's actually look at, let me see what else I might be missing here around at least the workout theme of things. Because then I do have some actually new products into this week, y'all. I'm excited about it from some different, like, we're going to do a sponsored bed shore stream tonight. So if you want to see even more on some of the like sleep hygiene and routine we've talked about down under, I'm really grateful to have some of, in my opinion, the best products around like sleep and like kind of the quality of materials for sleep, whether it's like pillowcases, you know, down comforters, duvet covers, the sheets themselves, blankets, all that fun stuff. But to me, it's a really important piece of your recovery routine and your overall fitness, because if you're not sleeping, you're not properly recovering. It's going to impact what we call ghrelin. And by we, I mean, I didn't make up this name. This is what it's commonly referred to as a protein that's a really a cue for your hunger. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you might notice you're hungrier more. And it's basically, most people, when you talk in the science and the medical community, they're not 100% sure why. They speculate, right? It's to make up for calories. It's to give your body more energy. On the downside, usually what you're going to crave is like sugary items and sweeter things. So just be mindful of that component of things and be mindful of, you know, prioritizing sleep. And that's something I've had to really shift gears around. I would always prioritize my training and do less on the sleep side of things. Now I've really focused on actually, like, I haven't consistently trained it the same way I was prior to Vegas. Like right now I've had like 3 workout sessions, maybe since I've been back since Tuesday. And then tomorrow will be my 4th. I'll actually be in the gym, but I've been focusing more on sleep and my sleep routine and recovering and my like nutritional caloric intake and those kinds of things, which I tend to leave behind when I train really heavy. So you got to find that balance there. But then again, take that with a grain of salt. I'm not a doctor. What do I know? You know what I mean? So I'm actually just pulling up to see if I missed anything. Ooh, let's talk about Conair leg massagers. This is another one when it comes to like the soft tissue side of things that are massively helpful, in my opinion, and impactful for getting the most out of your body at the end of the day and taking care of it. So this is something I actually tend to use. I tend to like throw them on during either streams to like help, especially at the end of the day when I do end of the day streams and I've already trained, or even doing it before a workout to help get some blood flow. They have different settings that you can set up. And again, you can have it where they even have heated versions of this, so you can get added heat, which will help increase circulation to that said area, whether it's you're just focusing on your feet, your ankles, your calves. They do have extensions, so you can even buy it for like the upper portion of your quad or just around your knee, which I think is a really cool add-on feature. And there's just so much versatility to it and so much value to be had. So kind of having that said, let me know if you guys have questions on it. And to me, I even kind of consider this a very easy to or portable, easy to pack and go option where I'm actually thinking maybe I'll bring this to Vegas with me. I don't even know. I'll see how much room I have in my bag, and I'm going to take a video. If I end up packing this and bring it to Vegas, I'll let you guys know, because I'm also going to bring my backpack with my laptop and some work stuff. But I might, like, this is something you could carry, like overhead carry kind of stuff. And especially if you know, are in meetings a lot. Like I was talking to a client about this last week. Like I was in like conferences for almost like 13 hours every day for 4 days. Dude, my ankles started to swell a little bit, especially from flying and being seated. I'm not used to that. Like having these on can help with the circulation as well. So that's like another cool component of it that I wanted to just highlight. Ooh, I didn't talk about the flat bench. Let's talk about the flat bench actually. So again, you guys, I think, are going to know where I stand with the flat bench compared to the adjustable bench, but there is like definitely value in the flat bench as well. So let's check that out.
In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the Flybird flat bench. And as you can see, it's a nicely padded bench, super durable. That's been my favorite thing to use about this particular bench. And I'm going to show you a really cool feature with this bench from the adjustment standpoint and the legs here. So we're going to take a little closer look at the adjustable component here with folding it up, which I think is a really cool aspect to being able to store it. So you pull that pin out, you're going to turn this to loosen it, and then once it's loose, you're going to pull out that spring-loaded mechanism. And you can see here, I'm just loosening it up. Once you have it loose, you just pull on that, and then I have it stand up vertically, so you're going to see it just drop right down. And the cool thing about that, again, if you look at this, it folds up. So if you do want to hang it on the wall, you want to put it off to the side from a storage capability, it's just a cool aspect that I really like to it. But overall, just going back to the durability of this, and again, looking at the padding, it's a comfortable bench and it gets the job done. I highly recommend if you're looking to add a flat bench to your toolbox.
I am, y'all. So that's a little bit of the perspective on where the flat bench might be able to kick in or fit in for you. Let's see what else we got. I think that's pretty much it for the like workout side of things. So now I'm going to kind of go through on the nutritional pieces and some of the aspects outside of the workout itself. Because working out, if you're like really honest, right? Like the most, in my opinion, you should be in the gym training is like an hour and 15, maybe an hour and a half with like a lengthy warm up and cool down routine. Let's even say 2 hours. If you're like a high level, like I definitely have high level professional athletes that are like, have like 20-minute warm up and then like 20-minute cool down routine. So that's like 40 minutes. So maybe an hour, 15 training session. I'm talking about resistance training. Now, when it comes to skill training, that's like a whole other category. But let's just say 2 hours for easy math. So let's say you have 2 hours you spend in the gym at any given time. That leaves you 22 hours outside of that to make decisions that are either going to help your goals, be kind of neutral, or hinder them. That's how I like to challenge people sometimes to think of choices. Is this helping me get to where I want to be? Is this hurting me get to where I want to be? Or is it like not really having an impact and I just, it's a mental boost, which in my opinion, I put in the positive category. So nutrition is a big part of that. And then even some of the, like how we spend the rest of our day, stress management, some of those components becomes a really big part of that. So I want to look at the Geek Chef air fryer toaster because this one's a super versatile tool for the nutrition side of things. Like I just had a client actually text me this morning, hey, can I use the oven on one of these recipes or can I use the air fryer? I'm like, definitely go with the air fryer, especially where you enjoy it. So this to me is I'm a big fan of.
So just to dig in here a little bit more and to highlight, I wanted to have two different B-rolls playing. Right up here is the chicken wings. Right over here are the dehydrated mangoes. What I actually did, because I wanted to show you guys, like, I think sometimes when we think about, like, you know, changing up your nutrition habits and whatnot, it's like, oh, I have to have everything from scratch. It has to be perfect. Like, I'll be honest with you, no. Sometimes I don't have the time to make fresh chicken wings, like with my own sauce and whatnot. So I bought these from the store, straight up from the freezer. They already had the buffalo ranch sauce on. I threw them right into the air fryer toaster, threw the settings on, be able to throw it on air fryer. I put it on 20 minutes, I believe, and 10 minutes about halfway through. I just flip them, got them nice and crispy, and they were amazing. So I wanted to share that with you guys specifically for this one. So you guys can understand, like, again, even as a health professional, this is what I do for a living. Ideally, it's great to have organic and fresh and make your own sauce and do all that stuff, totally. But sometimes based on time and bandwidth and what you have going on, this might be the best option. It's about making the best choice and the best option you have at that time. And being able to have the Geek Chef air fryer toaster can help leverage that a little bit more, have it a little bit more convenient. You don't have to worry about like preheating it and stuff like that, which to me was pretty awesome because that's one of my hesitations when it comes to using the oven, which I still use at times. It's just like I don't want to have to preheat it and wait. It adds more time onto it. So literally dial it to 20 minutes, throw them in, flip them halfway through, and you're good to go. And even that, you technically don't have to. I just like to. Now let's slide over to the mangoes here for a second. Looking at these, this is again another one. I'm a huge fan of dehydrated mangoes, but from a cost perspective and also from like a kind of portion sizing perspective, I can spend a lot of money and I can also eat way too much of them. So what I decided to do was, again, get the frozen ones and just throw them in. Now, what you'll notice in this one, they got a little crispy because I put them in for 3 hours straight. What I would recommend after doing it since then is being able to do them from a half hour at a time, let them sit for 10 minutes, flip them, do it for another half hour, then let them rest for like 10 minutes and then see where they're at. And then maybe an hour and a half in usually is going to be good. I did it for 2 hours this last time and it came out, again, great, not as crispy on the edges. These were frozen from chunks. What I also did is I got some fresh mangoes now and I'm going to slice them up longer and thinner, and I'll shoot some B-roll for that as well if you guys want to see that and dig into some of the differences when you lay them down and what it can look like. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I'm a really big fan of leveraging the air fryer and toaster, not adding the calories from oils, and being able to have the versatility it can provide with so many different things.
Bam, y'all. And then Daniel, thanks for the heads up, by the way. I'm glad there's no lag on your end. I was wondering before because sometimes when I have like a million tabs open, it gets a little laggy from what I can see, but I appreciate to know that it's not like super laggy on your end. All right, so doing well, man. Glad I could catch this stream. Good stuff as always, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I always love seeing you, either like commenting or like message. I always appreciate the messages or texts like, hey, I see value in this. And that's what I ultimately want to do, man. Like, I'm going to share this again. I said this before, but my goal is to impact 25,000 lives by September of 2023. And we're at like just around 4,000 right now. And I don't even care about, like, it's not about the money goal related to that. It's like, I just want to impact 25,000 lives. So whether it's here on the streams and people doing our courses and winning giveaways, like obviously it is a business. So having like our paid program services is going to be a bonus, sure. But like, I know if we can impact 25,000 lives, like the rest takes care of itself. And to me, that's like how I can make an impact in the world. So if you know anyone too, that's like, hey, they could definitely find a benefit from your nutrition course or your streams or anything like that. And I'm not even worried about like from a financial side of things. If they just see benefit, and they're like, hey, Mike, they could use a resource around this. Like, I'll create content around that. I'll either do live streams on it or like live stream originally and then repurpose that content, upload it on YouTube, or create PDFs or like free courses, things that I can do to add value for you guys at the end of the day. So I'm always open to that. Let me know. And then Dina always makes fun of me for this, but I always like to type in the chat, even though like I'm talking to you here. I just like to type as well. Truthfully, two things, just in case you're not hearing me. Like, let's say you stepped away and you didn't hear it first, whatever I just said. And two, like the messages actually help the algorithm to like push it to other people from my understanding. So that's always a helpful component. So now we're going to look at another piece of the nutritional side, which is the car fridge by Joy Tudas. This thing is definitely a clutch one, not just for road trips. I originally was thinking about this for road trips, but this one's actually clutch for just day to day as well. You'll see here.
So I was really excited to get this one because let's just look at the external aspects of it. First off, clutch design because it comes with some like cup holder position here. It's got 4 of them. It also comes with a nice grippy, grainy kind of texture over here. So if you want to set something down on it, it's going to kind of help it from sliding. This is particularly meant for the car. So with that being in mind, let's say you have this in the back seat or your center console space or however you have it set up, being able to have something that's kind of textury, especially when you're moving, you don't have to worry about it sliding. Whether it's, you know, I'm putting my phone on it or maybe I'm putting a sandwich, depending on if you're eating in your car, whatever's going on there. This can be a really cool feature and option. Now, let's look at the inside stuff because I'm sure that's what you guys are most excited about. This one I'm pretty pumped about to just test out the space. Oh, also before we even get into that, let's highlight, you have this LED screen right here so you can control different settings, looking at the temperature, being able to turn it on and off. And speaking of, let's kind of unpack some of this stuff. I actually kept some of this stuff in here so I can showcase you guys. It comes with all the plugs, the electrical setups, as your manual, of course. But this one is like just super spacey. So being able to like, let's just check this out. Being able to drop in your drinks and whatnot in here, being able to even pull that out and just putting things right in that space. And then just maybe we drop our lid right on top of it if you don't want to worry about it like kind of sloshing and moving around. That's the freezer space. And then off to the side right here, I'll show you from the other angle, you have your refrigerator space. So that's the other actual cool aspect to me is being able to have like separate compartments for the temperature. So you can have it a little bit cooler in the freezer, have it a little bit warmer in the refrigerator and kind of keep things separate there. And the amount of space that you have, especially in that freezer, is just really awesome. And again, you have your plugins and all your ports so that, again, you can plug it into your car charger, whatever you want to do there to have it set and running. And the compressor side of it, it just opens up a lot of versatility and function to it with your cables and with all your wiring and your setup. And then we have our second box here, dig into a little bit more with even putting on the handles and whatnot, which I didn't even do. I wanted to actually show all you guys this. And then what I'm going to do is probably do an extra B-roll footage to break that down a little bit more. But so far, like, I think this is just absolutely awesome. And from the size of it and the function of it, I'm really pumped.
Bam, y'all. So again, just like I look at it as tools, right? This is just another tool we can have in our toolbox to help just assist when it comes to establishing habits and facilitating as easy of a transition as possible. Because like that's like the gap I always think about bridging is like once somebody bridges the gap of habits, it's so much easier to sustain and even build upon those habits. It's the hardest thing to establish the original change. So like, if, for example, if you're used to not going to the gym, or if you're used to eating X, Y, or Z foods that are not complementing what your goals are, that's the hardest habit to kind of break and reestablish. But once you've gotten into the routine of shifting those habits and building off of it, it becomes significantly easier to work from there. So being able to, I'm not saying you need to get this particular, car fridge. I'm just saying thinking about tools that'll make your life easier and facilitate that. Maybe it's a workout bag that you leave by the door so that when you go out for work, you have your workout stuff packed and ready to go in the car, so you don't have to worry about coming back home. You can literally go right to work from your job. Or if you're working from home, being able to set, I don't know, have a little like area in your house that you have like resistance bands set up or a yoga mat or things like that to help have a separate space, or just having a gym membership. So you get out of the house, setting a reminder to do that, whatever that looks like. There's value in leveraging tools, but you still got to do it at the end of the day. You still got to be able to do it. So you know what time it is. It is time for me to throw on my fun aviator shades here, y'all. I'll play a little B-roll for you guys here, breaking down. Again, these have 10% off. The silver ones have 15% off, and the cat eye style have 17% off. I've been mentioning this since last week. I don't know how long this discount's going to be around for, because it dropped from last week to the week prior. So just be aware, like, I don't know how long these will be around for from a discount perspective.
So I love these glasses. The aviator style, I think, are just like super versatile. So that's what I really enjoy about these. And the gold look, you know what? It's just a nice aesthetic perspective to it. What I will also say is every kind of glasses or sunglasses that I use, I always put them to the test. Here's the test. So can I lean forward and do they move test? Notice how they didn't even move or slide. Even with my hat on or off, they don't move. I've used these for workouts. I've ran in these. I've done push-ups in these. I've actually kept them on for an outdoor workout. They've stayed on my face. So that's like a really cool, from a functionality standpoint, I always like to highlight with these is, or with any glasses that I use, is do they stay in place? And obviously, since they are also polarized, being able to help add that extra protection from the UV, from the sun. So there's a functionality standpoint, and even from a functionality holding onto the face. And I think from a fashion perspective, my wife likes them. I like the aviator style. They go well, in my opinion, on my face. That's my 2 cents on it also. I give these a thumbs up, and I highly recommend them.
Boom. And then, Daniel, I just want to say, homie, I appreciate what you're sharing in the chat. As far as, I'm going to take the shades off because I feel silly just kind of rocking them for no reason. As far as what you're talking about, like just the value you've gotten from our conversations and the insight there. And again, it's kudos to you, man, because at the end of the day, you still have to show up and do the work. That's like, to me, the most impressive component for anybody. It's like you still at the end of the day have to show up and do the work. So kudos to you for doing that and just like entrusting me to be a part of that to whatever capacity. And again, if you guys have requests or resources you think will be more helpful, like Daniel, for you, for anyone in your life, like anyone out there watching, like, yeah, man, at the end of the day, I want to add value for you guys. So trying to start as much as like making it free and what's available, and then always scaling it up to like more complex, not even complex, but more, I guess, resources invested in different paid programs and services. But like, I get it, man. Like I've been a very, very kind of struggling fighter and like never felt so broke. Like literally where you don't even have like money, you have like negative. Like I remember one time I was looking at my bank account and I saw like negative $2,500. It's like the most stressful thing, right? And it's like also because a bunch of things hit at the same time. I owned a business, right? Like there's other things going on, but like I know what it's like to not have a dollar to your name and actually owe people money and be stressed about that. So I don't want the financial side to be the reason you guys can't do this stuff. And obviously if you have the resources, you can invest in it, great. And then we'll provide things for that as well. But anyways, with that being said, I just wanted to highlight the cat eyes. Let's actually dig into, I want to go through some of the other stuff that I might have missed. Yeah, Ludo, what's up? Hey, homie. Also, if you guys want, we could do a giveaway a little bit earlier. I've got another probably like 30 minutes here. But if you guys want to do a giveaway, we could even hop in and start a giveaway rolling here sooner than later and take a little bit of a break from all the stuff I'm digging into. I leave that kind of up to you guys. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, since I was talking about sleep, though, and sleep hygiene, this NT Bay body pillowcase is one I wanted to just highlight really quick, and definitely a clutch option to have. I like using my body pillow on the couch as well as like obviously when I'm sleeping. And the cool thing is I got the Cali King size instead of the body pillow one, because the Cali King size, here's a slick move. Make sure your pillow is obviously going to fit. You can measure it. But my body pillow actually fit in the Cali King size pillowcase, and it comes in a set of 2 instead of when you order the body pillow, it comes in a set of 1. So that's like a sneaky little way to kind of get more bang for your buck, as it were. And this also has almost 30% off at 29% off right now. So I just wanted to highlight that. Let me also go into the Orlay Men's Mountain. So now it's kind of like, it least where we are, right, Daniel, like it's starting to, even though it snowed yesterday or 2 days ago, it's starting to get a little bit warmer out. The mountain jackets may not be as relevant, but I bet you it's winter wherever some of you are watching, right? And the cold. So the reason I like this jacket is the like thinness to it, believe it or not. It's not super thick. It doesn't feel very puffy and in the way and restrictive. So like you can go snowboarding, skiing, you can play outside with your kids, you can have snowball fights, you can play on the mountain, you can go hiking, you enjoy the views. But to me, having the material match the activity and the life you want to live is absolutely massive. Instead of having like a really puffy jacket, which may keep you warm, but may feel also restrictive, this one's absolutely a clutch one for me with kind of that perspective in mind. Let's see, what else I might miss? Ooh, let's talk about the yoga bench. This one is another one that's like, I can't believe I missed this before. This one I should have talked about during the workout side of things. Let's actually see if I don't think I downloaded the right file on this one. That's why I got to update some of my downloads, y'all. Boop, boop, boop. Get all the downloads. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See if I have the right file format for this one. I don't. So I'm going to just share it with you guys and kind of go over some of my favorite features and highlights to it. And the big one is, again, the ability to work on your handstand. Like I'm a big fan of doing body weight, like calisthenic movements for a variety of reasons. One being just like body weighted strength can be really helpful and functional. Two, when you start working with your own body weight, your body actually, just hear me out. Follow me on this kind of thought process. It's not the most scientifically based, but it's just an interesting thought process. So like if you're running, for example, or you're doing pull-ups or push-ups or like handstands inversions and things like that, there's a few ways to make it easier. Let's go over two. One is getting stronger, adding more muscle onto your body, but two, weighing less, because then you're ultimately having less weight and less resistance to the movement. So as you do these movements and you start to challenge yourself, your body is going to progressively, at least from my observations, what I've seen and what I've researched and looking at physiology, your body wants to usually go the path of least resistance. So if it starts to notice as you get lighter, it gets easier, it's going to continuously feed down that path, more or less. Like obviously you can't be slamming in a bunch of extra calories and expect to lose weight, but you can do movements that incentivize your body basically to weigh less and to benefit from pound for pound strength. And this to me is one of those, as well as being able to just work in yoga, work in mobility, having those components of it becomes a really valuable piece. So one of the actually things I wanted to do here is I have a little bit of time. So I'm actually going to share with you guys. I'm going to highlight the adjustable bench, and I have an adjustable bench workout that I haven't shared in a while. Sometimes I like to share it with you guys. So I'm actually going to pull up an entire adjustable bench workout, play it for you guys. Let me know what you think. If you guys have questions, you're also going to see adjustable dumbbells in this one. You see some of the other equipment. But this gives you a very good example of how you can use the adjustable bench and some of the equipment that goes with it. So check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm going to still be here in the chat, obviously, but I'm curious what you guys think of it. And then also, if you want to get on the giveaway, type giveaway in the chat. We're going to get a giveaway going on after this workout.
Workout time, y'all. We're going to mix up some pre-workout. We got the kids hanging out with us today. Right, guys? You gonna get your workout in? Right, Leo? Right, Tessa? We gonna get our workout in? No? Okay, you don't have to. You can just hang out. You're gonna go with half a scoop. You guys are curious? You got my Dot Fit N07 Rage pre-workout. You guys want to know more about that? Let me know. I'll share the resources with you guys. Also, that reminds me, I can even do a free supplement screening assessment to see what kind of supplements you should be taking if you're interested in that. Right, Abby?
Right.
Right, Maxwell? No, you can't go on the bike, buddy. It's too dangerous, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm just recording it so that I can use it for B-roll. Like, cause I'm going to use the new adjustable bench they sent me. Why? Yeah, you can go.
I don't really have to leave yet, but
You can just go and like drive or hang out. Yeah. What do you want to use?
And then I'm just going to mute this and kind of talk over it to walk you guys through a couple things. So I'm going to highlight the smartwatch actually really quick because you're going to see me kind of check the smartwatch. And this is a perfect example of one of the things I like to use it for, not just like my sleep tracking, but also tracking the workouts as well. My heart rate variability, again, how many calories I'm burning, so I can get a rough idea. So it's not going to be 100% accurate, but it's going to give us a decent idea. So that's like another thing I like to kind of always look at. Don't mind my nephew over here. I got my nephew and my kids and one of our family friends. They're all just trying to get a workout in with us. So we're getting after that work. Now, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't have your kids work out with you when there's a bunch of heavy stuff going on. I'm a professional. Like, I actually like have certifications, even training youth and kids. Not saying this is actually even the best environment for it. Like, what I will say for my parents out there is, like, the more your kids see you doing this stuff, the more, like, I've seen it with my own daughters and my nephew, the more they kind of naturally gravitate to it. The more they'll just start to mimic it without you even having to say anything. And then, like, I pull out my box of, like, resistance bands and stuff. Like, they're going to look at it as a box of toys. Like, you'll see this in a second. They're going to play with the resistance bands. Obviously, keep an eye on them, too. Like, my kids, for whatever reason, love wearing things as necklaces because they're young. So, like, bands-wise, I don't let them put it around their neck. But it's intriguing to see, you know, what they'll gravitate towards and some of the choices they'll make, especially when they start watching you do it more and more and more. So that's just my 2 cents on that piece of it, y'all. And then, Daniel, I'm going to pull up for the giveaway here. Emoji rates. If anyone else wants to get in on that emoji race, we need at least 2 people, y'all. We need at least 2 people to run this giveaway race. So, Luda, if you're in, let me know. I'm going to type in. Oh, see if we get anyone else to go down on this one, or get in on this one, I should say. Bam. Boom. Storming away with my typing. I have very aggressive typing. I don't know if you guys have noticed this yet. Kind of like going hard on the keyboards. Bam. While we're doing that, boom. And again, I'm using the bands just for even the like kind of warm-up piece and getting the body flowing or getting some of the mechanics going. But you'll see me going into the adjustable dumbbell part and the adjustable bench part of it. The only downside is I'm using StreamYard right now. Like, I can't fast forward. Maybe I can fast forward. Here we go. Yeah, I can fast forward this, I think. There we go. Yeah. So now, and see, I'm just kind of playing with my me and Tessa hitting pads over here. Tessa's all about that boxing. Yeah, Tessa. Now my nephew, Max, he's like really into holding pads. It's funny to watch. But here's a perfect example of, again, using the bench, kind of going through. I have it in an incline. So again, if I didn't have my adjustable bench, I would have to have a flat bench, have an incline bench, and then have a decline bench and having different angles in between. This one, I can literally adjust one bench, especially, and I have like a decent sized garage space, but like space is important to be mindful of, y'all, because you can get really, really cluttered very quickly. And I don't know about you guys, but yeah, even having cluttered components of things is not as just conducive to, like, I don't like how just the mental component of things can kind of feel stressful as well. So that's just like my 2 cents on it. Just something to think about. Let's see. We've got any questions here in the chat. And again, guys, don't be afraid to ask questions. I know what it's like. I get it. You don't have to ask any questions, but if you do have questions, like, no, I love me some questions. I love talking. So I'm always down to go over these things. Boom, 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 boom. Just kind of going through things. Yeah. All right. So now you're seeing, actually, I'm using another set of adjustable dumbbells. These I like for like pushing and pulling mechanics, but this is where you do have to be mindful of kids, right? Like, so look, like this is our family friend. So he's actually great kid, but doesn't like necessarily see like working out as much, right? Like, so my kids, if you notice the distance and the spacing, like I've kind of been like, hey guys, like when I'm doing movements, like you can't get this close to me. And they're still kids, they're going to make mistakes, but it's also being aware of what's around me, but like very much trying to, like, at a young age, instill in them, like, hey, this is what safety is like, especially when we're doing certain types of things and anything that we do, but especially in the gym and in training. But also this is, I'll do this as a cross comparison. Why I like the adjustable dumbbells by Flybird as well. is because they're easier to change. Like from a time perspective, the pin-based ones are a pain in the butt to change. I gotta be honest with you. They take like the longest besides the add-on weights that you actually put weight on the bar. These come at least in a set where like all the weights are there. I prefer the handle adjustable ones, which is what Flybird has. That to me is like hands down the best one. I'll actually highlight them so you guys can kind of see. Oh yeah, we're getting our mitt work on here, y'all. It's all about that mitt work. Oh, you know what's the one thing I actually realized while this workout? I'm gonna actually stop it here. I'll pause for a bit. I'm actually gonna show you guys one thing. One of the products I have in the carousel that I didn't show you. Yeah, Luda. Luda knows what's up with that mitt work. Don't worry, we're gonna get Dom on some mitt work too, man. He's getting to the point where definitely can have some fun throwing hands. I don't know, depending on how you and Christy feel about that, obviously. But I'm gladly here to be a resource when it comes to grappling and striking. Hopefully, we're not going to teach men to blow out anyone's knee like Dad over here. Luda, I'm looking at you, homie. Dude, you would actually appreciate this. So I have highlighted right now in the carousel. I've got the Vekupau. I butchered that name, but we're just going to say that's what it is. You guys can see the actual branding right there. Got a nice little gaming projector. So Luda, check this out. This thing projects in 1080p. Dude, Dom needs to learn how to throw hands. Yeah, man. Dude, Tessa and Lena are already like starting to hold pads and stuff and grappling for each other way more. So like he'll get the work in with all of them. It'll be fun. So what I have right here, by the way, dude, is I have this projector here. I don't have it plugged in. Just wanted to show you guys what it comes with. It has the option. This is Bluetooth integrated. So you can actually like, I can sync my phone right up to it. You can sync it up to your Wi-Fi. You can hook up your Netflix, your Hulu, whatever you want to it. You can also do gaming on it. So you can do PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. Project it onto the wall. Has a really, really cool setup. And actually, like, the ability to focus and dial it in is really nice. I'm a big fan. Yeah, it's awesome, right? And for the price point, dude, I think it's like $100. We'll see if they have an in-link coupon. It does come with this little tripod underneath, which I thought was nice, like just to give it a little bit of an angle. You can adjust it. It goes up to a max of 200-inch display. I didn't even say that part of it. Does it have HDMI in? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you could do HDMI as well. Oh, what's going on, Dorothy? The Chrononauts wifey. I love that name, by the way. Hey. Yeah, 100%. You can do HDMI plug-in. It has, you can like do compatible with TV sticks, PS4, AV, tripods included in that. I'm just like reading some stuff that I might have missed. Again, Bluetooth integrated, stereo sign, advanced fan cooling system. So it's going to help it stay cool. But yeah, I haven't had any issues with that. And it's honestly super easy to set up. That was like the one thing when I got it, I was like, let's see how hard this is to set up. But it's like super easy. Again, integrating it with your Raspberry Pi. So you can play like, Luda, how many thousands of games do you have on your Raspberry Pi? Like I was trying to explain this to Gina, like when you were on the stream the other day, and like, I don't think I was doing it justice to understand how awesome Raspberry Pis are and how much you can do with them and like what kind of value they can add. I'm going to take this off because I'm not even using this anymore. I was wearing it before when I was playing videos, but I'm not even like playing any more videos, but I just want to keep this highlighted right here. Throw this bad boy. Actually, maybe I'll throw this right here. Throw this bad boy right here. Let's see, show you guys. I could probably have it as a little bit of a projector. I'll keep it right up here and see if that, yeah, it's standing still. So it's super cool. Like you can do it on the ceiling, on the walls. Like again, you guys know what projectors are, I think, at this point of the game. But the quality of the visual and the video, as well as like I'm excited to do more gaming and doing some gaming stuff. Like I was talking about, Luda. I think you were on the stream when I was talking about this before with Gina. Setting up time once I get back from Vegas, where like every week I'm gonna have at least one day a week where I'm doing gaming on this channel, as well as my other sponsored streams, having the workouts on the LOF channel, trying to add just more aspects and layers to my life, and honestly trying to have some fun, dude. Like I realized if I'm spending like 70 hours working, which I'm actually cutting way back, I'm trying to do between like 40 and 60 hours a week working, and trying to have more time with the kids and trying to have more like just fun time with me and having more time with Ashley and whatnot. This to me, I think is going to be a really cool piece of that. Have you seen the Raspberry Pi built in an Altoids tin? What? No. I'm going to have to look that up in a minute. That sounds super cool. So I wonder, what did they program it for? Is it for gaming? Did they use it for something else? Or just like, was it just for funsies to see if they could do it and just disguise it? But I could totally see that. Dude, Raspberry Pis are such a crazy thing. They're so, I use it actually. I got it for crypto, believe it or not, for doing like some chia farming. And we're not going to get into that because that's not like, it's not what this stream is about, but there's so much versatility is basically my point when it comes to all this fun stuff. I also want to see, did I miss anything else that I have here in the carousel that I wanted to go over with you guys? We got the shorts, we got the workout stuff, we got that. Ooh, I didn't talk about the reusable hot and cold packs. This is another one. This one, not only for fitness, but also I was talking to one of my clients. It's also a doctor friend of mine. He's in the ER. And I was like, dude, we need to make a list of like your top 10 picks from an ER doctor that you can buy on Amazon that everyone should have in their house. And we were kind of talking about this. And to me, this is one of, he didn't say this, but like, this is one that came to mind that he would probably, I want to show him, because having a hot pack and a cold pack in your house, especially like Luda, you got with Dom, save for later. Yeah, I'm definitely going to save that for later, Dorothy, and check that out. And like anyone, even if you don't have kids, like, listen, especially if you train, you're into fitness, you're going to get bumps and bruises. Even if you don't, as life goes on, you're going to have some kind of injury, or even if you don't, just being able to have a hot and a cold pack becomes very clutch. Now, the cool thing I like about these is because they're reusable. You don't have to keep getting them, throwing them out, and getting more. And it's not only reusable for the hot, it's reusable for the cold. So you could freeze them, and you could also end up throwing them in the microwave, heating them up for a hot pack, boom, throwing them back in the freezer. You can go back and forth, and they're super versatile in that fashion. So to me, that's a lot of value. I always think about efficiency, man, whether it's space efficiency, cost efficiency, combination of the two, or everything kind of in between. One thing I will say, what's cool about this, I'm going to geek out here for a second with you guys with like hot and cold, because this is a question that comes up. Again, I'm not a physical therapist. I am not a doctor, but from my perspective and my understanding on both of these components, I wanted to just share this, because there's this principle called like RICE: rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Like when you first get injured, the first 48 hours or first 24 hours, first X amount of hours, they're always like RICE: rest, ice, compression, elevation, which may be the case depending on what the injury is. Maybe not. I don't know. Again, not a doctor. But even there's the End of the Ice Age is a great book that I had recommended to me by Johnny Buck. Shout out to Johnny Buck. Owns Rogue Combat Club here in Asheville, North Carolina. Great facility. Great. Not only, like, I didn't want to call it a fight gym, because it's really way more than that, man. It's like a fitness facility combined with martial arts and fight gym, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, everything in between, MMA. But like, you don't have to want to be a fighter to, I think, find value and to grow in this facility. There's a lot going on there, especially in the new location as we move and we get way more of the fitness equipment going, which I'm very excited about. But my point of saying all that is ice isn't always necessarily the move. Ice is going to delay signaling, like neurological signaling. So your pain signals and receptors, they might slow down. So that's why you don't feel as much pain, because it's like basically numbing the signaling. It'll reduce blood flow to said area. So it'll help with swelling. And that's part of maybe the RICE. But you have to also think about it, at least I think of it from this way. I'm not telling you how you guys have to think, but I think of it as like, there's inflammation for a reason. It's happening for a reason. And if we stop it, and maybe we do want to stop it depending on the injury, but a lot of times our body has responses for a reason. It's built in for a reason. And you might actually be in the short term preventing pain and helping on inflammation, but in the long term of the overall recovery, you might be hindering it. But again, talk to your doctor, talk to your physical therapist. Don't listen to me on this one. Like, just hear out perspective, maybe get the wheels churning, as it were. And then on the flip side, heat's going to potentially increase signaling, increase blood flow to that area, which can be a positive, because you can have more nutrients coming in. You can also have some drainage, whether it's lymphatic drainage or just like regular circulation getting into there. Heat, ice, or is ice hot, ice hot, ice hot, in my opinion. Yeah, and I think that it's a matter of like also understanding like, what are we doing it for? If it's like the initial injury versus like it's a chronic thing. Because here's the downside with ice, like you're going to have a reduced range of motion. Right. So with heat, sometimes it can help increase range of motion, but you also may be making it worse depending on what the injury is. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I would always like listen to your doctor, your physical therapist, or whoever you trust with that information. I have just had experience with it, working with physical therapists, working with doctors, and writing up programs after the injuries have already happened. So it's just a little bit of perspective. And then Little Red, thanks for the follow. Virtual hugs. Appreciate it. Little Red, or anybody, when you guys watch, just a fun fact, when you follow, I automatically put you into our giveaway. So now we got two people. We got Daniel in on it. We got Little Red in on the giveaway. So I'm going to screen share. And, if anyone wants to hop on over to Amazon, we can run our race here in another minute or two. But I'm going to do a little screen share. And we'll get set up for our emoji race giveaway. So we have Daniel and Little Red. Again, what we do, what you guys can win is a $1,500 fitness package that includes an entire month of custom coaching and programming on the nutrition, on the meal front, having an accountability coach, getting phone calls to our coaching team, all these fun pieces and values. Or you have the choice, if you don't want that or you already want it, you can pick a $1 Amazon gift card. I would recommend going obviously with the fitness package. There's a lot more value in that. And even if you did win it and you're not in a position where you're like, hey, I'm not ready to like work on my fitness, you can gift it to somebody. But Little Red, because you followed, anytime you guys follow, we automatically put you in. You don't have to be following to get in on the giveaway. You just have to comment giveaway in the chat, but it has to be here on Amazon. So anyone on like Facebook or on YouTube or any of the other channels, come on over to Amazon. I put a link to my Amazon Live in the description. So you can just click on that link, or you could just go to Amazon Live or go to Amazon.com, search for live, and then you'll see me being one of the live streamers right now. It's really not that hard, I think, to hop on over here, but I might just be taking it for granted because I'm so used to it. But we'll probably race like another minute. So I'm just typing that in as well, in case for those of you who aren't listening to the audio. Race is going down in 1 minute. So let me know who wants in on that. At 1 minute, we'll either race with Daniel and Little Red. But make sure you're staying around here, because when you win, you actually have to be able to still be here. If you don't stay, I'm just going to give it to the other person, or we'll go to the next person in line. And since there's only 2 people, if either one of you aren't here, I'll give it to the other one. If both of you aren't here, we're just going to like call the race and obviously end it there. I have to get back to work, bro. Love the content. Amped to see you in like 2 weeks. Yeah, Luda. Yeah, dude, I'm going to Vegas this week. And then when I get back, we'll definitely have to get up and get together and hang out. And I miss you, dude. Crush you at work, homie. And yeah, we got to keep me posted what's going down with some of the stuff we talked about too. And then let's see what was Jordan's. My father-in-law lives on a heating pad, not literally, but pretty close. Stays cold, post-polio issues, but doctors freak when they see his back. Looks like a Rorschach test. Yeah, that's hard, man. That's what happened. If you don't mind me asking, Dorothy, was he – so I know you said it was like post-polio issues, but did he have any like other additional accidents or anything else going on that might have exacerbated the situation? And then Little Red. So excited I came across your content, getting ready to go to Bahamas in July. Nice. And you're covering everything my husband and I have been talking about as far as lifestyle changes and health. Oh, thanks, homie. And then Dorothy, I got you in. Dorothy, thanks for coming on over, hanging from YouTube to Amazon. And I appreciate that, Little Red. Like, yeah, I was kind of talking about this before with Daniel. Hold on. Let's see. Cousin Gene is actually calling us. Let's say hey really quick.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, G, I'm live streaming right now. Say hey to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hold on, let's see if I can get you on the. Yeah, we're actually about to do our giveaway race. So everyone's rapping in saying, "Hey, what's going down, homie?"
Nothing. I was actually asking, what can I start eating tomorrow?
Ooh, so yeah, so guys, fun fact: Gina is doing our 28-day nutrition course, which you guys will actually be able to get if you win the giveaway we're about to do. And the question is, what can we start eating tomorrow? Right? Technically, you could start eating it today because today's Monday. Well, oh, right, because you're yeah. Just kidding. I was just kidding. So you can start to eat. Now we start to add in. I would start with like chicken, fish, and start with that for one day. Then the day after that, then add in like yogurt, cheese, and things around dairy based. And then after that, on the third day, start to add in some of the like more gluten-based, bread-based, pasta-based things, and then see how they feel in each one of those scenarios. Also, Dorothy says hey, by the way.
Hi, Dorothy.
Yeah, Dorothy. Gina says hey.
Now, wouldn't I have to give it more time in between implementing each one to know if it affects me?
I mean, ideally, the best way would give it like a full week at a time. But having at least a day and now feeling the digestion component, like usually it'll be within like even a couple of hours, feeling that GI distress. Usually in like a couple hours, you'll feel it.
And what's GI distress? What am I looking for?
So imagine like tummy rums, like if you start having like diarrhea, without getting too graphic though, sorry, we start getting graphic here. You have like, so when I say GI distress, meaning like you have cramps, like gurgles in your stomach, you start getting diarrhea, your stomach starts to feel really rough or uncomfortable. Any one of those things is like not going to feel good. That's kind of what we're looking for. And then Tatiana, virtual hugs. Thanks for the follow.
Now, what about sugar?
Ooh, that's a great question. So you can, but here's the caveat. Technically you can add it all in. I would go day by day, pick one thing you want to add each day for like 7 days. So you can at least have some time. You can add in regular sugar. The caveat is you have to stick to all of the guidelines, all of the nutritional guidelines, as far as like having 10 grams of protein at every meal, eating every 2 to 4 hours, making sure you're not drinking calories, don't have any trans fat foods. Those are the key pieces.
Now, that's all in the nutrition packet.
Yeah.
So I could look at that and it'll say week 2 and what I need to do and follow.
Bam. Exactly. It'll have like 9 of them. And then you literally go through each one of those 9 and check them off. For every time you put food into your body, you want to make sure each one of those is checked off. But other than that, you can kind of eat whatever you want.
I'm drinking kombucha.
Ooh, kombucha, y'all. Look for that fermentation, that gut health, those probiotics.
I make sure it's no sugar added. It's only 70 calories. I know I'm drinking a little calories, but
right now. That's beautiful.
Is kombucha okay to drink calories?
No.
Oh.
So when we say, I mean, you could technically do that, but that's drinking calories, right? So we want to go for week 2, 0 calories coming in from fluids. The only thing I would say that's okay is a protein shake or a smoothie that has 10 grams of protein with it. So if you want to do kombucha with like protein, which is kind of gross, I would not do that personally.
Well, I figured it was going to help my guts.
It will for sure, but you could also eat fermented foods too. Yeah. So, I mean, here's what I would say. I would say,
should I
do
stop
it.
drinking it
No.
already?
You already did it. It's not the end of the world. And it's week 1 too. So like you kind of, because you're already drinking calories for week 1. You're drinking like coconut milk or coconut water. Like that's okay. But week 2, we're going to try and not have calories coming in. So, all right.
Really? So no milk, no almond milk?
Not by itself. Like if you make a protein shake with it, if you throw it in your coffee with a little bit of protein in it, that's where it's like if it's a smoothie or a shake, that's the caveat. Okay. But if you're just drinking milk or juice by itself, no.
What about milk with cereal?
That's eating. That's not drinking. And then as long as the cereal has 10 grams of protein, you're good to go. See, this is a good questions for you guys. So you guys can kind of see some of the behind the scenes, what we're doing with the race. But with that being said, it's race time, G. You ready to race with us?
Yeah, I'll race with you guys. Go.
Bam. All right, so we're going to put it on. I got 60 seconds on the clock, y'all. And again, we're going to give it away for the first place finisher. If you don't finish in first, that's cool, but hang around because if the person's not here and we're starting. Oh, gee, I finally got my desk set up. I got the microphone set up. Hold on, I'll give you behind the scenes.
Let me see. Yay!
I still got to play with some of the, some of it. I think I don't know. We're going to play with some of the angles and
but
stuff.
How much better do you feel? How much more professional do you feel?
I mean, honestly, it doesn't make that much of a difference to me. I like honestly, I like being able to look at the camera right here with the screen right there. So I guess, yeah, it definitely feels better.
And you're gonna have your mic all set up?
Yeah, mic's already all set up. I got my headphones set up. I got it all good. It's already all plugged in. The audio's already going. That's why I did this stream. I'm going to do another stream afterward because I'm leaving for Vegas on Wednesday. So I figured I'm going to try and get as much of the sponsored stuff in as I can today and tomorrow.
Are we still doing one tomorrow morning and then the podcast at night?
You know it.
Okay.
It's going down, y'all. Oh, we're getting down to the last 5 seconds. Gee, who's going to pull it out? Oh, Daniel. Daniel sprints at the end. Congratulations. Dang, Daniel pulled it out. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. Daniel's here. So, Daniel, here's the dealio. I'm also going to share this for all of you guys. So I'm just going to share this. So, Dan, just either shoot me a message, a text, an email, whatever you want to do, and just send me the email you want me to send access to for this, so you'll get the giveaway. Or if you want to,
we're streaming tonight.
We're streaming. We got bed short tonight.
Yeah.
I already told everybody that too, so everyone's gonna come hang out with us. We're gonna be doing a giveaway for Bedshare. So if you guys want some awesome sleep hygiene products, we got $50 worth of product giveaway going down. It's gonna be good times. And then hold on, let's see. Little Red asked a question. So also I have myeloid prolifid. Dude, I'm gonna butcher that. So blood cancer, got it. And I'm just now changing my diet to adjust to this. A diet based off Noom. Oh, okay. Was suggested by hematologists, oncologists. Have you heard of it? Do you think it's a good one for? So here's my. I used to be a health coach for Noom. I worked for Noom for well over a year, almost 2 years. So here's the thing you have to be very, very mindful of when it comes to Noom. And they may have changed things since I worked for them, but
The thing with Noom is you're not getting an actual customized meal plan. Like the coaches aren't writing you up a meal plan. They have meal plans that you can buy like add-ons, but they're not exactly customized to you. If your doctor recommended it, maybe they added a new layer to the program where you'll have a specialty. I would say be very, very careful though with your expectations with that, because I love Noom. I thought Noom, but sometimes the message they send, like the coaches aren't building you a workout plan. Let's just be very clear with that. The coaches aren't building you a meal plan. They're there for accountability and to help support you. But they're not going to be, hey, go do this workout plan. Hey, go do this meal plan. That's not what it's about. You will get a meal plan in the app Noom, and you'll get some suggestions and tips and things like that. But the coaches themselves, we're not writing you up the program. They may have changed things. I stopped working for them in July of 2021, but just be mindful of that. They're not doing like full blown up custom meal plans. If your doctor think it's a great fit, I'm a fan of Noom. You know, I use Noom and I still play with it, but just be mindful of that. And then hold on, congrats, Daniel. And let me know if that does help, by the way, Little Red. Also, I love that name, Little Red. So D, I'm going to finish bringing this bad boy home. And then I have a stream I'm going to do right after this. And then we'll kick butt tonight.
Excuse me. Yes. And if I wanted to, could I implement like one thing and then go 2 days and before implementing the next?
Yeah, you could totally do that. I mean, if you really want to, the more time you give it, the better, honestly.
That's what I figured. I really want to know like if I have any real reaction to anything.
Yes, I would definitely give it more time, honestly. So yeah, and then Little Russ says this helps so much. All right, glad that helps, because yeah, like I obviously have personal insight. Like I love working with Noom, but and like I actually got to run. Kids Have Doctors, good talking to you. I'll email you. Yeah, just shoot me an email, Dan, or message, whatever. And then yeah, we're actually pretty much right at the end of the stream anyway, y'all. So it's go time.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, G. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so we're saying bye there. Got you guys in. Sorry, Gene was just hanging out. That's obviously my cousin, usually co-host. My pleasure. All I know about Noom is all their diets help you lose weight. Yeah, and I mean, that's the cool thing. It doesn't just have to be about weight loss. There's a lot of layers to it, in my opinion. My pleasure, y'all. I'm happy to dig into this. I'm actually going to be back in like another 15. I'm not actually going to do another stream right after this. I'm just going to run to the bathroom real quick, and I'm going to open up a whole brand new stream. So if Little Red or Dorothy, if you guys want to hang out, I'm just going to run to the bathroom, get some more water. I'm going to dig into a lot of the same products. I'm going to add a couple new things, but I'm happy to dig into this even more because, yeah, I'm a big fan of, again, my goal. I set out a goal, y'all. I'm going to share this with you guys. So when I left Noom, I think we helped about like 3,500. We've gotten to about almost 4,000 clients' lives helped. I want to get to 25,000 people's lives. When I say clients' lives, you don't even have to be a paid client. But if you start to implement the systems and insight for what we're sharing, to me, you become a part of this like family, you know, the LOF family, the lifestyle of fitness, the life of a fighter family, the Coach Mike family. And I'm happy to add value and dig into these things. Yeah, it can be great for inflammation. There's definitely value because they teach you. There's lessons you're going to be learning every single day. That is all Noom is really for. So that's your goal, then weight loss. Yeah, I mean, again, you just be mindful though of expectations. And like if you're looking for like a fully customized, adjusted plan, like that's not the move in my opinion. But they teach you so much. There's so much insight to be had, and there is a tremendous amount of support. You also have not only a personal assigned coach, but depending on the program you get, they might give you an accountability, like a group coaching dynamic where you have other people, other Noomers that are going to be helping you support and communicate with each other, kind of going through the lessons at the same pace. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to end this one and then I'm going to be back in like 10 minutes. Y'all, we'll get another stream going. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back. Cheers. Yeah, y'all.